Welcome to Have an IPA with a CPA. We're here to share ideas to help you and your business make more money and keep more of the money you make. Hi, I'm Paul Mueller.
And I'm Robin Pye. Paul and I are CPAs and owners of Mueller Pye & Associates with offices in Northern Colorado and Katy, Texas.
Today's topic is about the resources that are available for free on the IRS website, irs.gov. This can be an important tool and a resource for taxpayers and our clients.
Paul, let's talk about beer first.
Sure. We're at Grimm Brothers Brew House in Loveland, Colorado. Grimm Brothers is the original craft brewery in Loveland, Colorado, and the beer we're having today is Fearless Youth. It's a Dunkel lager and my favorite.
All right, let's give it a try. Cheers. I can see why that's your favorite. It's very smooth.
It's very good, and while it's a dark beer, it's not strong like a porter or a stout, but it's got a lot of flavor to it. In response to a DIY world, a do-it-yourself world, the IRS has furnished a lot of tools and resources on their website. Let's review some of the most useful resources we see that we use as well as our clients use.
Okay, so most people don't really want to deal with the IRS unless they're talking about a refund. So probably the most popular function on the IRS website is where's my refund?
Sure.
So you have to enter some personal information, a social security number, filing status, the amount of the refund, but you can gain information from that, such as confirmation of the refund, when it was issued, date it was issued.
Confirmation of that the return's been received?
Yes, so it'll say in process or refund is still processing or something of that nature. But perhaps more importantly, it can alert you to an issue that you may not find out about. IRS correspondence via mail is fairly slow, so you can find out if there's an issue with that right away. And at that point, you should probably be calling us. But
well, and at that point, when there is an issue like that, the IRS does provide a phone number on that site too, a phone number to call. Because typically when you look at that site, there is no phone number.
Yeah.
There is nobody to call at the IRS to find out where your refund is unless there's a problem. And at least once you know you have a problem, then you can fix that problem.
And this can be helpful too, particularly for filing of amended returns. For that refund claim, the IRS can take 4 to 6 months or more to process an amended return. So this can help you track the status of that amended return.
And it's even more important that if the site says there's a problem, now you can take action about it instead of just waiting interminably for that refund to show up. What else is on the website?
So you can obtain an EIN, which is an employer identification number. It's instant, which is very helpful. People that might need an EIN if you're a new business entity.
If you're trying to set up a payroll.
Yes, if you're a sole proprietor setting up a payroll, you're going to need an EIN. If you have a new estate or a trust, that entity is going to require an EIN. Something to watch out for, if you go on the internet and Google how to obtain an EIN or anything of that nature, a bunch of businesses are going to pop up that offer to get you that information, and they're going to charge you hundreds of dollars.
I've seen some that have been as high as $300 to help somebody get an EIN when you can do it fast and free,
you can
all on your own.
absolutely do it yourself.
One of the questions I've had from clients who have an existing entity, so they already have a tax ID number, and then they want to go create perhaps another corporation or an LLC for another business venture. They do have to get a separate tax ID number.
So each separate entity needs to have a separate tax ID number.
Can't combine these entities into one.
Right, that's right. Another thing that you can do on the IRS website is actually create your own account. So you register, you create an account. It takes about 15 minutes to do that. But from that account, you can view, say, payoff amounts on an installment agreement. You can determine if you owe a balance for a previous year. You can get that history. Probably what most of our taxpayers, myself included, use this for is you can look at the history of payments you've made to the IRS in the last 24 months.
And confirm that the IRS has posted those payments.
Yes, because if you make estimated quarterly tax payments, you sometimes forget or you can't find your records, and so you can go, if you have an account, and view those records. And you can go online and access that information in real time. That's right. That's right. Yeah. So another thing, you can get a transcript from the IRS website, and you might need a transcript if you're applying for a loan or filling out a FAFSA application. Applying for student aid or a student loan. Applying for student aid. So what is a transcript? So a transcript is just a record that shows, there's a couple of different transcripts. There's a wage and income transcript, which is going to show you all of the entities that have reported income under your Social Security number to the IRS. So if somebody's misplaced their W-2? Yes, if somebody's misplaced a W-2 or Company X didn't send you a 1099 for the dividend that you think you may have gotten, things of that nature. And then you can also get a record of account, which shows your last tax return and the basic information that was reported on their total wages.
So it's basically a recap of your tax
Yeah.
return.
Yeah.
Okay.
So something else you can do, you can set up an installment agreement. So if you get to a point and you can't pay the balance due, you can actually set up an installment agreement right there online.
Yourself. You can do it yourself.
You can do it yourself. Yeah. So
Okay.
it's a there's a lot of great tools out there, a lot of great resources. The IRS has publications that are very, I'll say, taxpayer friendly. They're written in layman's terms, so you can get basic information if you want to understand more about passive activity rules or whatever the case may be, any type of topic. So yeah, there's a lot of great information out there.
So let's talk about the last thing we wanted to cover, and this is probably the one that most people don't really want to deal with, and it is you can use the website to make payments.
You can use the website
Talk
to
about
make
that
payments.
a little bit.
So you can make a payment through the website with a debit card or a credit card. There is a fee for that.
There's going to be fees for both of those.
There's going to be fees for both of those, a convenience fee, a service fee, but you can set up a payment directly from your bank account, and that's free. So if you get down to April 15th and you need to make that payment, you can do it just right there online.
Right out of your bank account.
Yeah.
You can set it up in advance too, and it automatically comes out on the due date.
That's true.
So you set it up ahead of time,
organized.
and then it happens automatically.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and like you said, there's plenty more resources on the IRS website.
Yeah.
So check that out.
Yeah.
Robin and I hope you found this information useful. Be sure to send us an email with any comments, questions, or suggestions for future topics, and check out our Have an IPA with a CPA YouTube channel for additional topics and ideas. And until next time,
Prost.